Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cloud Native Journey channel and I am Aditya. Today we are diving into a crucial topic in Java, releasing resources held by collections. If you have ever worked with data structures like lists, maps or sets in Java, you know that managing memory and resources can be tricky. But don't worry, I am here to explain how to efficiently release those resources to avoid memory leaks and optimize your code. Let's get started. In Java, collections like array list, hash map, and hash set are essential tools. But like any other object in Java, collections can consume system resources. This becomes a problem if those resources are not released properly after use, which could lead to memory leaks and performance issues. Let's break down how this happens and more importantly, how we can avoid it. First, let's understand the role of garbage collection. So Java automatically handles memory management by freeing up objects that are no longer in use. However, the garbage collector can only do its job effectively if we, as developers, give it a little help. When collections reference objects that are no longer needed, it is essential to clear those references so that the garbage collector can reclaim the memory. So now let's talk about how to release resources. Here are the best practices for managing collections efficiently. So first, clear references from collections. If a collection holds objects that are no longer needed, you can clear the references. For example, calling clear method on an array list will remove all elements from the list and can make those objects eligible for garbage collection. And next, remove the items individually. So if you want to selectively remove items, use methods like remove. This is particularly useful for removing large data objects or specific elements that are no longer necessary. Then avoid storing large objects in collections. Be mindful of what you store in your collection. Large objects or resources like database connections, files, streams should not be stored in collections for a long period. Instead, store lightweight references and manage those large resources separately. Then lastly, using weak reference. In some advanced cases, you can use weak reference to avoid holding strong references to objects. This allows the garbage collector to collect the objects even if it's still in the collection. And next is memory leak. So without proper management, collection can lead to memory leaks. Let's look at a common scenario. If you add objects to a collection and never remove them, the garbage collector can't reclaim the memory and the application will consume more and more resources over time. So before we wrap up, remember that Java's collections are powerful, but it is crucial to use them wisely. Always clean up after you have done. Use efficient data structures and remember that not everything needs to be in a collection. Avoid putting large resources in them unless necessary and be sure to clear the collection when it is no longer required. In the slide, I am presenting what are the pros and cons of different collections like list, set and map and how the garbage collection works in them. And so conclusion, releasing resources held by collection in Java is about clearing references, using clear or remove methods, setting large objects to null, knowing when to use specialized structures like weak reference. By following these practices, you will help Java's garbage collectors to do its job efficiently and keep your application memory usage in check. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below with any questions you have. Stay tuned for more Java tips and tricks. Happy coding! And if you want to reach out to me, you have multiple platforms. You can mail me on aditya@cloudnativejourney.in. You can WhatsApp me on my mobile number, and you can also visit my blog cloudnativejourney.in for many resources related to Java and Cloud Native. And you can also reach out to me over LinkedIn. Thank you. Bye.